to know you better. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas.
Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles, and welcome to day 21 of Vlogmas. I am officially done with work for the rest of this calendar year. Not because we're on winter break already, but just because I decided to take this week off. Which I typically do, but I typically travel, and I'm not traveling this year, but I still decided to take some time off because why not? So I'm hoping that I can get some good reading done before the end of the year. I need to finish Blood Marks, but I also want to just sneak in one other thing, something good, because Blood Marked is not fun. Today's tea is organic super ginger. It includes ginger, green rooibos, black pepper, white pepper, and pink peppercorn. So I do like ginger tea. So hopefully this one is good. It's not bad, but I do feel like the pepper comes through more than the ginger. So I do like this. I will say this is a win. I would just probably add a squeeze of lemon and some honey, and then we'd be good to go. I am not looking forward to the chocolate because this is the cherry cordial. I like fresh cherries. I've never had chocolate and cherry together, and artificial cherry just makes me think of like cough medicine. So I don't know if I'm gonna like this. Why does it look like that? That looks gross. Chocolate was a no, but first of all, it did not look like a cherry. I'm glad that I bit into it from the top and not sideways like I was originally going to. I thought it was going to be just a cherry filling, not like an actual cherry in the middle. But no, I don't like the combination of cherry and chocolate together. That was not fun. Okay. For today's book recommendation, I did not originally have this series on my list of books to recommend. However, with recent discourse taking place on Bookstagram in particular, I decided that I wanted to throw in The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This series consists of The Poppy War, The Dragon Republic, and The Burning God. In this first book, we are following Ren. She lives in one of the southernmost provinces that is much poorer than the ones in the north. She knows that as a young woman, her options are either to get into this really prestigious military academy or be married off to a man who's 3 times her age. So she spends 2 years working really hard to study for the exam that she needs to take in order to get into the military academy, and she ends up getting the highest score in her province. So she goes to the military academy, she's training, and halfway through her time there, an actual war breaks out, so she and her classmates are thrown into battle. This is an adult fantasy that takes place during wartime, so parts of it are incredibly brutal. However, it also contains important conversations about gender, class, and colorism. I really enjoy this trilogy. All 3 books were 5-star reads. The Dragon Republic, the book in the middle, that one is my favorite, which is surprising because a lot of times trilogies have middle book syndrome, and this one was the exact opposite. I also did receive an arc of Babel, which I read earlier this year, and that was a 4-star read for me. It is very heavy on the history, so if you're into that, you're definitely gonna love that. And while I didn't particularly love that aspect of it, the conversations that she has in that book are very important. No, the book is not racist towards white people. In fact, that is not a thing. What people are complaining about are the very real and accurate instances of racism that she displayed in the book. Rather than sit and unpack why they felt uncomfortable with that, they decided to call an Asian woman racist, which is not how that works at all. On top of that, R.F. Kuang is also doing a lot to support the HarperCollins union strike, and I really admire that about her. So if you have not yet read anything by R.F. Kuang, I highly recommend that you do, not only because she is a great author, but she actually cares about readers and the people who help make publishing what it is. If you have no idea what I'm talking about in regards to Babel, I will leave a link to Jess's video in the description. She does dramatic readings of the Instagram reviews, and all the information's in there. It's a hot mess. All right, day 21. The tea was good, so we are 13 for 21 on tea. Chocolate, not so good, so we're 15 for 21 there. Let me know if you read Babel or any of the books in the Poppy War trilogy, or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 22.